Hi Flosstube, it's Stephanie, the Ivy House Crafter. Let's see what's been going on with me. I've been sick. I'm only just now finally getting my voice to sound somewhat normal. And this is actually the first time I've even gotten dressed in days. But I'm on the mend, so that's good. 3 of my kids have also been sick, and my husband just recently started feeling a little not so great. So, you know, it is what it is. It's winter, we're a big family, and when one person gets sick, everybody gets it. These are so awesome. These have helped me to survive. These natural herbal cough drops, they're from Equate. They're inexpensive, they taste really good for cough drops, and they work really well. So yeah, if you have a cough, they're just from Walmart. They're good. I like those. I'll be getting more. We've had some snow. If I can figure out how, I'll insert a picture of something around our house that's covered in snow. It's been sunny for the past, well, yeah, it's been sunny for a little while, but we've still got lots of snow out there. The temperature is still really cold, but it's bright, it's sunny, and it's pretty outside for right now. I'm going to move on to the cross-stitch stuff. As you probably know, the Winter Olympics have been going on, and that means the Stitch Mania Winter Olympics challenge stitch-along thing. I talked about my plans last time. I haven't 100% followed my plans. Some things I switched around a bit just because I felt like it. You know, I didn't want to stitch on one thing one day, but something else would also fit the challenge, and so I would do that. But overall, I've pretty much stayed true to the challenge. I don't have my list of what my plans were, so I'm not going to go through it like day by day what I did. I'll just sort of talk about each project. I did have a finish. The daisies that I was doing for my mom are done. They're so pretty, so cute. I haven't decided what I'm going to finish them into. Either a pin cushion or like a flat fold using Vanna's tutorial. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think they turned out really cute. Just very pretty. Also on this same piece of fabric is the piece that I started for my dad. I don't remember if I had it to show last time or not, but this is what I've got. I don't think I did have it last time, but there will be back stitching in the tree to define that more, and there's more layers of the pagoda and some back stitching in there that will happen. I think the next time I have set to work on that is in a few days, when the theme is international competition, so work on something international or travel related, and that will be what I work on. I might even finish it that day depending on how I'm feeling at the time. How's this going? Let's see. the piece that I was most excited to work on, I remain excited about. It's turning out just really cool. I like it. It's Grand House. This, again, is from the Big Book of Cross-Stitch Designs. It's the Reader's Digest book, and it is Grand House. This is what it will look like. And here is my progress on it so far. I'm hoping this is showing up okay on the camera. This is the first little house type cross stitch that I've done. I know that there are designers like Little House Needleworks and stuff that do lots of little house designs, and as I'm working on this, I'm finding that it's a style that I really enjoy. It's very cool. I like it. So I might have to get some Little House Needleworks patterns to play around with. We'll see. I don't know why I just put that away, because I'm about to get it out again. Another one that I've been working on this week is also from the Big Book of Cross Stitch Designs. This is Festive Stars. And I have been changing it around a little bit, not as much as I planned. My plan was to add some beads and some specialty stitches to have it fit in with a couple of the challenges. And I have added beads, but the day that the challenge was about specialty stitches, I was too sick to stitch. I have pretty much kept up with my stitching throughout being sick, but that day I just couldn't do it. So I'm just skipping the specialty stitches part. I couldn't figure out where to put them in anyway. I was trying to work them in and it just wasn't working, so that's okay. This is what I've got so far, this big stiff piece of fabric. There we go. I'm adding beads. There will be beads all along here. There's going to be another bead between all of these hearts, and more hearts down here, and beads, and anyway, this will all be covered in this sampler, and there will be beads scattered throughout. I like the way that they're turning out. They're very it's not like a in-your-face beads all over the place, because they're the same color as the stitching, and so it's kind of subtle, but still very much there. And anyway, I like how that one is shaping up so far. I like the sparkle of the beads. And once again, I haven't been talking about the fabrics. Yeah, I'm still getting over being sick and my mind is just blah, blah, blah. I mentioned what fabrics they were the last time, my last video. This one is MCG Textiles white 28 count even weave. The Grand House is 28 count Carolina linen Lugana in sand, and the gifts from my parents, 28 count Monaco even weave white. Let's see, for the Halloween themed challenge day, it was based on the skeleton event. I've got this freebie from With Thy Needle and Thread. This is the complete, and that's on their blog, and I'll link that below. This is what I've got so far. I am really liking this pattern. Like, I really like it. One thing that bugs me slightly is the fact that it's only got half of the alphabet. It only goes up to N. So what I think I'm going to do is use this pattern as sort of a template to make another piece that has the same border and the same kind of style and the rest of the letters. So it will be like a series of 2 and half the letters on one, half the letters on the other. I think I want to try designing some sort of scarecrow, some prim scarecrow thing to go in the other one, and then just use these letters as a basis to figure out how all the other letters will look. And so then I'll have my complete alphabet, because I don't want just half of the alphabet. Now this one is stitched on 28 count Monaco even weave Lugana. It's tea dyed, that's the color. And when I first opened it up, it smelled slightly like tea, which actually doesn't bother me. I don't drink tea, but when I was in high school, I worked at Popeyes. And I just really grew to like the smell of sweet tea. Never drink it, never tasted it, but the smell doesn't bother me. I like the smell. It's nostalgic for me. I think at some point I might try coffee and tea dyeing something just for fun. See what it looks like. Let's see. As I get out my next couple, I'm going to show off another thing that I've started having fun with, and that's making project bags. Look at my project bag. Look at the yuckiness on it. This was my first one. In an attempt to get my iron-on interfacing to actually work, I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it wasn't sticking. It wasn't gluing on, and I kept trying and trying, and I ended up, I don't know if you can see, but I kind of scorched the fabric right there a little bit because I kept ironing it and ironing it. And so it's not as pretty as it could be, but that's okay. Look at the charm. It's a little pair of scissors. So cute. So what I've got in this one is my Dimensions kit Roses on White chair. Let me get the picture out. That's this one. And here is the progress that I've made on it. Sorry, it's all wrinkly. This one is just coming together really nicely. I'm really enjoying it. Hey, uh-oh, can you straighten that back up? Am I in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, don't touch it anymore. Stay back. Do you want to come around and say hi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, little Philip's gonna come say hi while I'm putting this away.
Hi.
Yeah, this is my buddy. Oh. Anyway, so these project bags are from the tutorial on the Gather My Thoughts. Primitive Stitcher has a tutorial on her YouTube. I'll link it below for how to make these project bags. They're nice and big. Let's see. I don't remember exactly I don't remember the dimensions, but they're big enough. They hold a full pattern, and I don't have to fold my papers, so that's good. The second one I made is this. I like the cute retro fabrics, and this one's got something on it too. Oh well. And this one, the charm is a sewing machine. Can you see it okay, Betty?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Some of it you were blocking, some of it you weren't.
I was blocking it. Here, let me hold it up now. How's that?
Good.
Good? Oh, good. So,
I wonder what's inside.
what is inside? Let's find out. This is my dolphin sketch piece. And I'm excited about it because you can actually see some of the dolphin now. The fin is done, and I'm working on the body.
Yeah. She is working very hard.
Yes, I am working very hard. So that will, I think, see some more.
I can see it.
Good. I think that will see some more during the Winter Olympics as well. I haven't worked on it for quite a while.
What's also inside?
Oh, what else is inside? I've got my floss, I've got highlighters for marking my pattern, and I've got my pattern. That's what's inside.
That's what is the rest of inside.
Yep.
The other one of them. Those things. Those bags.
And I have fabrics chosen for making more. And like I've got a lot of fabric in my craft room slash nursery slash junk room. But this is going to be another one. It's going to have this as the main and this as the accent. And I've got a lot of this fabric, and it's not my favorite fabric, so this is going to be the inside. It's big enough for the inside, and I don't have to see it a whole bunch.
What's the rest of the fabric?
The rest of the fabric is for more pattern or more project bags. Let's see, this one.
Ooh.
That's going to be the main fabric with this as the accent fabric. I'm pretty sure that's how I planned it. I might have it the other way around. It might be like this. Either way, that one will also have this leafy fabric on the inside.
Yep.
And then I have, this will be the main fabric with this as the accent and just this simple solid in the inside.
So was that how much when there was?
So those are 3 more that are going to happen in the near future. And I've got enough fabric for probably 50 bags. What you doing?
You're right in the middle anymore.
Oh, you got it straight for me?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I got my little cameraman back there. Okay. I have a tiny bit of haul. I haven't really been doing a lot of shopping, but I got just a 36 pack of variegated floss. It's J&P Coats. I
could
thought
see
it would be fun.
I can see it.
You can see it? Good.
All of it.
Yeah, lots of different colors.
It moved.
Okay, try not to touch the camera anymore, okay?
There.
And I don't know what I'm going to do with any of them yet. And if I don't use them, the kids will. So I thought that was just something fun. There are things that I would like to get. I have had my eye on long dog samplers. Death by Cross Stitch is kind of like all over the place in the cross stitch world. And it's so pretty and I want it. I just haven't been able to convince myself to spend $20 to $30 on a pattern. But I will probably at some point get that. And there's long dog samplers. They have so many great. You're moving the camera.
No, I'm moving the front.
You're moving the whole camera, Betty. Please stop.
Oh.
But yeah, they have so many great samplers. So yeah, that might be in my future. I'm not sure yet. You're moving the camera again. I love my little cameraman. Something that I've been throwing around is coming up with like my own designs. I don't know how good I would be at it. I don't know if I would be up to the work of it, and I probably wouldn't try marketing them or anything, but just, you know, coming up with my own stuff to cross stitch. Sounds like fun. We'll see if that happens. It might. I don't know. That's all I have as far as cross stitch. I have...
Time for crocheting.
Yeah, well, crocheting isn't cross stitch, so that's what we're moving on to. I finished the second baby blanket. Here it is in all its adorable glory.
The last color is dark green.
Yep, it's got dark green around the edges. So yeah, I really like this pattern. This is such a cute blanket. I might have to make a lap blanket for myself using the Caron Simply Soft in this pattern just because I like it so much. You're moving the camera again, buddy.
Just
Do you need to go play downstairs?
All the way.
Yeah.
All the way into the middle.
Oh, okay. And having finished that, I've gotten started on the hats that are going to go with those blankets. This is
the girl one.
The girl hat. Yep, this is going to go with the pink and orange and yellow and white blanket that I made.
She hasn't.
Isn't it so cute? Look at the little pom-pom.
I'm going.
What you doing?
Amira's going to come in. Don't look at the cameraman.
Oh, my cameraman's going to come in now. But yeah. I think this is just the cutest little baby hat.
Yeah, the fuzzball. I call those fuzzballs.
It's a pom-pom. Can you say pom-pom?
Pom-pom.
Pom-pom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pom-pom.
So I'm going to make another hat with these colors. The tweed is going to be the main color, and then the stripes, the little dot stripe thingies are going to be the dark green and probably the yellow. And then I can get these sent off. So that's my crocheting. And going along with the yarn arts, if you're into Flosstube, you probably know that Caroline at Off the Grid Needle Arts is teaching Gerald from Ginger Gerald Stitcher how to knit, and I am joining in. I'm watching her tutorials that she's made for him and learning how to knit. Now I've known the basics of knitting, you know, the knit stitch, the purl stitch, I could cast on and cast off, but what I couldn't do was hold the darn needles and the yarn. I figured that I needed at least a couple more hands, and I just could never get it
If you
right.
see something very really small, it's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Cameraman.
And so anytime that I wanted to try to knit something, I would hold one of the needles between my legs and then try to, you know, work around it with my hands with the other needle in the yarn, and it, yeah. So I never really got into knitting. And then I watched her tutorials on the basics.
Knitting makes click sounds.
Yep, knitting makes click sounds. And I was able to see how Caroline was holding her needles and her yarn, and you know, she just explained everything really well and did everything really slowly, and I can do it now. I can knit, and that's really cool. So I have started like my own little project. I found this dishcloth pattern. It's everywhere on the internet. It's a very old pattern that everyone and their grandma made dishcloths with back in the day. And so now I'm making a dishcloth. This is, I don't remember what the yarn is, sugar and cream or something like that. I don't remember the color. I've had this cotton yarn for ages and ages, and I just grabbed it out just for fun. So, you know, it's not perfect, but I'm knitting, and that's really cool. I can knit. So that's another thing that I've been working on. Yes, do you know what this is? This is fabric that I showed in my last video. And I haven't done anything on it yet, so we can just put that away. Okay. I'm going to stop recording and then start recording again because the camera stops at 30 minutes. Next is shoutouts. I have 3 this time. Kind of in addition to the Off the Grid Needle Arts and Ginger Gerald Stitcher that I mentioned with the knitting.
I just want to do some.
You want to do some?
Yep.
Okay, what's your shout out?
Shout out to girls which don't have any. He cross stitch and say that, and then say that a cross stitch is very fun.
So people who are learning how to cross stitch and decide they like it? Yep. Awesome. Well, that...
I'm just gonna go down.
You're gonna go down now? Okay. Stitchin' Mommy. This, she is actually the first floss tuber that I ever saw. I was looking up stuff on cross stitch, how to do certain things, and I came across her channel. And watched a video on how she stitches in hand, and then from there I stumbled on just her talking about her whips and her plans, and I was like, well, that's really cool, huh? And from there I found Flosstube and all the, you know, all the floss tubers. So Stitchin' Mommy was my introduction into the floss tube world, and she does some beautiful work. She has lots and lots of whips, lots of full coverage pieces, lots of mirabilias. She does, you think, yeah, okay, shh. She has like rotations where she works on this piece for a certain number of days or weeks, and then moves on to this piece, and very organized. I'm not exactly like that, but I enjoy watching her, and she does some stitch with me's, and just beautiful work. I love her aesthetic and the things that she makes. Philip, stop.
It went on the black screen, now it's back.
That's okay, it doesn't show on the actual video. So yeah, she was my introduction to Flosstube and to stitching in hand, which I found that I really enjoy. Shout out to Philip. Please stop touching the camera now, okay?
I'm the cameraman.
Shout out to Kay's Cross Stitch. She shouted me out. She has a section called Floobies, which are Flosstube newbies, and she searches out new Flosstubers and shouts them out on her channel, which is really awesome. She does a lot of fun cross stitching. She also makes project bags, and I think it was her that first introduced me to the idea of making project bags, and so she's kind of the reason that I looked up how to do it and started making my own, so thank you, Kay. And she also does some knitting. Okay, Philip and Thomas, shh. Philip especially, shh. So yeah, Kay's Cross Stitch, a lot of fun. And she's also in Utah, so it's fun to have a... You're messing with the camera. It's fun to have another Utah cross stitcher. And speaking of Floobies, Long Dog Stitcher. She just started her Flosstube channel. I just found her. That's Long Dog DAWG Stitcher. She does some beautiful samplers. Okay, you can come back in, that's fine. She has done some Long Dog samplers. She did Hair Apparent and Hair... oh, I should have written it down, I didn't. Presumptive. Hair Apparent and Hair Presumptive. And she did them all in gray. And it is so gorgeous. She's really... feeding my desire to delve into the Long Dog samplers world of cross stitching, because so many beautiful samplers. So yeah, those are my shout outs. Just one last thing that I wanted to mention. I have an Instagram, and that is where I put almost daily progress. Not necessarily every day, but almost every day I share what I've worked on. So if you're interested, that's just at Ivy House Crafter. It's all one word. I'll link below, or write it down below.
See what I did funny?
Okay, what is funny? Yeah, that's pretty funny. My children. Ugh. So, that is all that I have. I'll go ahead and sign off so that the camera can stop moving around. And, yeah, just say happy stitching.